Welcome to this session. Myself Anirban Sarkar, Assistant Professor of JIS College of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering Department, is welcoming all of you for this session of Energy Conservation and Management. Today, in this session, we will discuss about that some case studies of the CHP cycles. So today's examples, that is the tri generation in a commercial building which is based on Chicago in USA, where their power is surplus and it is applicable for a telecom building, that is for telecom energy needs. In this building the energy is surplus and they sold to the grid. So in the downtown Chicago, Messrs Optical Path Data Center Development Group and Flash Power Energy System Integrator have joined hands and set up a combined cycle cum cogeneration plant consisting of gas turbine generator, steam turbine generator and waste heat recovery boiler and absorption chiller also, to meet 100% of telecom energy needs. Whenever the power is surplus, they sold it to the grid. The captive power plant consists of the major equipments as given details. One number of 8235 kVA, that is 7000 kilowatt industrial heavy duty gas turbine generator set. One 3000 kilowatt industrial extraction cum condensing gas turbine generator, and one 70 TPH 24 bar 350 unfired waste heat recovery boiler and one vapor absorption chiller. Cogeneration equipment data are maintained and given. For gas turbine, is maker is Kawasaki Heavy Industries. Air compressor number of stage 3, gas turbine number of stage is 3. Exhaust flue gas flow 26.45 kg per second. Exhaust flue gas temperature at turbine outlet 548. Rating of power generation 7000 kilowatt. Rated power factor for generation 0.85. Steam turbine generated data from, that is flow, TPH is 17, pressure 24 bar, temperature 350 degree centigrade. Extraction steam parameter, flow 14.5 TPH, pressure 5.1, temperature 185. Power output 3000 kilowatt, generation voltage 460, rated power factor 0.85, frequency 60. Excitation, that is self-excited brushless. Waste heat recovery boiler data, horizontal unfired single pressure, installation 1, exhaust gas temperature inlet 550 degree centigrade and exhaust gas temperature entering chimney 120 degree centigrade. Steam parameters at boiler exit 17 metric ton per hour, temperature 350 degree centigrade, pressure 24 bar. And for vapor absorption chiller, that is capacity is not provided here and temperature maintained, that is 60 by 15, that is 15 degree centigrade. The fuel fired in this plant is as follows, that is natural gas and alternative fuel, that is distilled fuel. Operating philosophy, this telecom type data center works round the clock, providing extreme reliable relevant service to consumer. Main technical aspect to be noted is that the system is experiencing very nominal variation of the demand of power and steam. The gas turbine is fired with natural gas. However, the distilled number 2 can also be fired as backup fuel, that is distilled diesel. The gas turbine generates 7 megawatt power. The surplus power, if any, is sold to the grid. The exhaust flue gases from the gas turbine are diverted to waste heat recovery boiler, which generates 17 TPH steam at 24 bar pressure and 350 degree centigrade temperature. The steam is injected into steam turbine which generates 3 megawatt power. The gas turbine generator is run in parallel with the grid, which provide advantage in the sense that the event of tripping of gas turbine, the data center power load to that extent gets transferred on the grid without any interruption or voltage fluctuation to critical requirement. Now, utilization of power. Almost total electric power of 10 megawatt generated from the gas turbine generator and steam turbine generator is utilized in telecom type data center, which essentially requires extremely reliable power to maintain in service without interruption of any sort of smallest duration. Almost 100% backup power facility is also set up in view of requirement of extreme reliability. When the gas turbine is operated at full load, it maintains optimum heat rate and thereby efficiency. Moreover, the steam availability from waste heat recovery boiler is also maintained to optimum level to supply steam to the steam turbine and in turn to the absorption chiller as well. This system has been observed working, maintaining excellent efficiency level and attractive economy for cost of power and steam. Now, what are the utilization of steam? Maximum steam availability 17 ton per hour from waste heat recovery boiler. Total quantity of steam is utilized to run the steam turbine, which generate 3 megawatt of power, around 14.5 TPH steam at 5.1 bar pressure and 185 degree centigrade is taken out from the extraction stage of the steam turbine, and minimum balance quantity is permitted to condensate finally. The extraction steam is sent to the steam fired absorption chiller system, in which the heat available in the steam is almost fully utilized. The chilled water generated in chiller is circulated around the data center to maintain controlled environment at temperature of 60 degree Fahrenheit. The computers in data centers are typically mounted in racks on the raised floor and cooled to maintain the set specific operator temperature. The condensate from the absorption chiller is taken back to the condenser for recycling along with steam condensate to waste heat recovery boiler. In the event of steam turbine is not in service due to forced or maintenance outage, the steam is absorption chiller plant is maintained at desired level through pressure reducing and desulfuration station. As the controlled environment is also extremely critical requirement for data center. Even backup motor driven compression chiller plant are also installed to work in the event of extreme emergency. Power plant performance analysis. Though no functional data of the plant is projected in the source of the study, but based on the plant system and its operating philosophy, the performance indicators are predicted as follows. The point worth nothing here in the design of entire system to provide 99.9% reliability without depending on the backup equipment and grid supply. So plant load factor overall 98 to 100% and overall efficiency 85 to 90%. The heat balance diagrams are shown here. So where first of all in a gas turbine compressor it compressed, the natural gas fuel is compressed and inlet air gas also compressed, and it is burning in a combustion chamber where the power is generated by the turbine. That flue gas is passing through that waste heat recovery boiler where it is running a steam turbine also. That is 3 megawatt steam turbine generator shown here. That is 3 megawatt steam turbine generator. After that, the steam is passing through the condenser and the condensate is running by the cooling tower. Now we can see a part of steam from the waste heat recovery boiler, it is going to that pressure reduction desulfuration unit, and the extraction steam a part also bleeded out, and that is going to the absorption to run the absorption chiller, and that absorption chiller again is run by this condensate water. So this is about the trigeneration system. Next we will go through, that is reciprocating engine system. It is Okhali industry. So this is also a cogeneration system. It is a continuous process industry requiring more electric power in this case than steam. So power heat ratio, that is in this case, is more than 1. The cogeneration system having configuration of reciprocating engine generator and unfired or supplementary fired or fully fired waste heat recovery boilers are found working, providing the best performance result among the various cogeneration members of combination to meet the industry specific need of energy in different forms. Besides achieving optimum cogeneration efficiency. The examples of such plants can be seen in chemical process plant or in foundry units. This case study is provided below is based on actual system working in one of the largest Kolar Okhali manufacturing plant in Gujarat state. This CCP plant equipments are given. 3 number of 6000 kilowatt industrial heavy duty reciprocating engine generator set as per ratings are provided, and 3 numbers 3.5 TPH 11 bar 250 degree centigrade unfired waste heat recovery boiler as per rating provided. So this reciprocating engine data, industrial heavy duty, that is made by Wärtsilä, that is 18V32, that is V type engine. Number of installed 3. Brake horsepower, that is 8160. Engine speed 750 RPM. Engine inlet design condition, air temperature, that is normal atmospheric pressure, altitude 51.5 meter, relative humidity 60, and differential pressure minus initial air filter, that is 75 millibar. Fuel fired, that is heavy fuel oil. Engine heat rate at designed condition, that is measured in kilocalorie per kilowatt hour, 2042.21. Specific fuel consumptions, that is 180.5 gram per kilowatt hour. Specific lube oil consumption, grams per kilowatt hour, that is 0.8 plus minus 0.3. Exhaust flue gas flow not available, and exhaust flue gas temperature at engine outlet 405 degree centigrade. Now generator data rating is given 7510 kilovolt ampere. Power output, that is 6015 kilowatt. Generation voltage 11 kilovolt. Full load current 394.6 ampere. rated power factor 0.8, frequency 50, generator shaft speed 750, and excitation self-excited, that is brushless. Type of waste heat recovery boiler, that is water tube, single pass, vertical unfired, single pressure waste heat recovery boiler. Number of installed here 3. Exhaust gas temperature at boiler inlet 405 degree centigrade. Exhaust gas temperature entering chimney 140 degree centigrade. Steam pressure at boiler exist, that is 3 into 3.5 TPH. Temperature 200 degree centigrade. Pressure 10.5 bar. Fuel consumption data, that is heavy fuel oil using the calorific value, higher calorific value, gross calorific value and lower heating value are provided, that is 10,200 and 9,200 respectively kilocalorie per kg. It is measured. Moisture 1%. Viscosity measured in centistroke at 100 degree centigrade and 50 degree centigrade respectively are 55 and 730. Density at 15 degree centigrade is 0.991, and some other mixtures, vanadium, sodium, sulfurs are there. Flash point 60 degree centigrade maintain 4.30 degree centigrade. Sediment percentage by mass, that is weight per weight percentage maximum 0.1. Ash 0.1. Startup fuel, that is high speed diesel, higher calorific value, that is 11,200 kilocalorie per hour, and lower heating value is 10,500. The lube oil specifications are given, that is SAE 40 type lube oils are using, as it is a reciprocating engine, so lube oil is an important parameters. Normal operating philosophy. The plant works around the clock for the production of caustic soda, that is sodium hydroxide NaOH, as main product. Byproduct such as hydrogen, hydrochloric acid, chlorine, etc. are also produced. The process, continuous in nature, is highly energy intensive and critical. In view of explosive nature of some products, it is essential to maintain uninterrupted electric power supply from safety angles. The system is bound to experience some variation in demand of power and steam from time to time depending on production level. Moreover, even in case of continuous process, the demand of power and steam is based on simultaneous operation of number of plant, section and utilities, with the use of membrane based technology in place of conventional cell based electrolysis process. Significant saving is achieved in electrical energy consumption. In case of study provided, 3 numbers of 6015 kilowatt reciprocating engine generators along with 3.5 TPH unfired waste heat recovery boiler are operated at around 80 to 85% of their rated capacity with no backup for electric power from the state utility. The existing fired boiler used prior to installation of CCP have been retained to operate during extreme emergency situation. The reciprocating engine generators are run in parallel to each other. In fact, there is no provision of the grid supply at all. Such philosophy may prove disadvantageous to the plant as the event of tripping of one engine, there would be shortage of electric power. Moreover, due to sudden imposition of overload of remaining engine, it may also trip. To avert such situation, the load management scheme is placed in service, which immediately isolate the non-essential service in the first instant so as to save our running engines to maintain essential plant power supply. For meeting shortfall in the steam supply, fuel oil fired existing boiler is taken into service to generate the steam. Whole process takes very nominal time without disturbance of any sort of technical chemical manufacturing process. Now, utilization of power. Electrical energy generated by this plant is totally utilized in operation with processes equipment such as membrane process of electrolysis, large HT motor driven equipment, agitator, mixer, pumps, utilities and plant office area illumination. The production of caustic soda is extremely critical continuous chemical process along with other byproducts. In order to optimize the performance of the CCP, minimum 80% load is maintained on all 3 engine generators in operation. In the event of low production level, more load is taken on 2 generator with stoppage of third one so as to maintain the plant performance. The configuration is designed to achieve optimum performance from the CCP under varied loading condition. While the engines are operated nearly 80 to 100% load, they maintain optimum heat rate and thereby efficiency. Moreover, steam available from the waste heat recovery boiler is also maintained to as per the process plant requirement. No fired boiler is operated under normal plant running situation. This plant has been found working excellent efficiency level, maintaining attractive economies for the cost of power and steam. Now the utilization of steam, maximum steam available at 10.5 TPH from the cogeneration power plant. Major quantity of steam is utilized in the process for different purposes such as heating, membrane process, etc. The steam is utilized to its condensing temperature in the processes. This shows good use of heat energy available as secondary product of the CCP. The condensate is taken back to deaerator to again use as boiler feed water. The steam is also utilized for heating of heavy fuel oil fired in the reciprocating engine. Earlier, electrical heaters were used for these purposes. With availability of steam from the CCP, the steam heaters are deployed, which has resulted into good savings of electrical energy. The condensate is recovered from FO heater and sent back to the cogeneration plant for recycling. Thus, the losses are minimized to great extent. Next is power plant analysis. The plant performance data is not available, however, based on plant configuration and utilization of energy in different forms to optimum availability from the cogeneration facility, the performance indicates can be theoretically derived as follows. Fuel oil, that is 3 quantities 3.63 metric ton per hour. Calorific value 9100 kilocalorie per kg. Energy input 330.33 lakhs kilocalorie per hour. Now energy output, average power 14,780 kilowatt hour. heat output 127.108 lakh kilocalorie per hour, electrical efficiency that is 38.48%, and it is maintained. Steam output, steam generator used 8.2 TPH, enthalpy 664.18 kilocalorie per kg, energy used 54.46267 lakhs kilocalorie per hour, and total energy used 181.57076 lakhs kilocalorie per hour. So we can found that total cogeneration efficiency is nearly 55%. The plant load for engine and waste heat recovery boiler, the load factor is 90 to 95%, and overall efficiency varies from 65 to 70%. Another point to be noted in the maintaining of this CCP performance of this cogeneration plant, production level even without backup from the state grid for electric power supply. So this is very good example of effort made by this company to supplement the cause of energy conservation. The average age of reciprocating engine and waste heat boiler is around 6 years. There is list instrument system installed for individual engine for the measurement of HFO quantity, which is essential requirement to monitor the performance. Actual data steam generation via fuel is also generated precisely. The measurement and monitoring of generator parameters is carried out using latest solid state metering system. The data based is generated for important performance indicators such as kilowatt hour, as to keep close watch with the performance of all the time. Now the heat balance diagram for these cogeneration systems are shown in this page. So 3 reciprocating engine, as we can see, 3 reciprocating engines are there. It is primarily producing power, and the exhaust from this engine is going to this waste heat recovery boiler. These are all the waste heat recovery boiler, and after that it is moving to the main stack. The exhaust gas is moving to the main stack. So from this waste heat recovery boiler, the steam generated is going to the process plant, and in case of DM water makeup, DM water pump, etc., deaerator, etc., are also that is provided in the waste heat recovery boiler as an steam, and again a part of this steam is again bleeded to the deaerator, is running by this steam cycle. So that's all for this session. Thank you for joining this session.